Good afternoon, everybody. Today we are 40 weeks, and this is the update. I have never done one of these updates before because I've always had my kids before 40 weeks. It's weird. But at the same time, you know, it's good. All good things. This past week, I felt like since Sunday, I've got a cold from my kids who had a head cold and gave it to me. And I went to my 39-week appointment on Tuesday, and I was still kind of feeling blah, but I went because I had to skip my appointment the week before because 2 babies were born, and then I couldn't reschedule, and it was a whole thing. When I went, she initially she offered me a stretch and sleep if I wanted one, but was like, I'm guessing you don't want one because you're not feeling great. And I was like, no, I don't want one, thank you. But I did want to be checked just because I had been having contractions all day and like weeks leading up to it, nights and days where I was just like, oh, okay, this probably might be the time, whatever. I asked her to check. I was like 3 centimeters dilated, just checking. And then she was checking my effacement, and as she was checking my effacement, I dilated up to 4. She's like, oh yeah, it's all good. It just melts right away. And I was like, great. But my cervix was still really high on Tuesday too, so I think I was only 40% effaced. So it was one of those like, that could change in an instant kind of things. But also, unless it's over 5 centimeters, it doesn't really mean anything. I just wanted to check and make sure I wasn't like just over that 5 centimeter mark because I had been having contractions all day. But I think it's just because I was like sitting upright in a chair and super tense. And then we did sacral cranial therapy, which was super awesome. Or cranial sacral. I always get it backwards. That felt really great. My back is hurting today. But being sick, Gregory really just like, every time that he got home, he was like, just go to sleep, do what you need to do, all day, every day, whenever he could. He offered a couple of days ago, I don't know, whatever day, I was like, man, if you had extra PTO, I would have you take today off because I just don't feel it. I think it was yesterday, but it might have been the day before. The boys had the cold. They're both over it. Yesterday, I think was the first day they were really over it. Today, I'm finally feeling a lot better. I don't have tissues stuck up my nose. I have bananas. I'd love to turn into banana bread, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to deal with it. And also being home for like I went to my appointment on Tuesday, but at the same time, like, I haven't like really gone out of my house very much because I just have been focusing on resting to get better. Like, that is it. Just resting, doing what I have to do, doing what I can do, and then trying to get better. Tonight, we're going to go to Costco, get a couple of things, and meet my mom because she needs a couple of things, so we're all just going to go together. And then we're coming home to chill for the rest of the night. I'm making Philly cheesesteak hoagies, but I did bring up the yoga ball, the big yoga ball thing that I have. Also, I'm so irritated with my nails because I got them done on Sunday because I had these like fake tips on and they were just too long. But it wasn't fake tips, it was like the dip powder that's kind of like acrylic but like better for your nails. Anyway, I had that on for a few months that I had changed out a couple of times and it was getting grown out and I was like, I don't want that when like the baby comes. So I got them like way cut down and everything, and then I broke this nail trying to clean my dishes. And this middle nail, I don't know, it just started like peeling off the paint on the tip, and now the nail in the middle has peeled off. But it's only this hand, so I'm gonna roll with it and cut that nail down and it'll be fine. At my appointment, I was measuring 41 centimeters, which is like, that's within the range of normal. Because if it was like on track, I would have been like 39, almost 40 centimeters. All things are good there. The swelling on... She was saying at my appointment that I looked a little puffy and my blood pressure was slightly higher than it normally was. So she checked my reflexes, which were fine. And she tested for protein in my urine and there was none. So we were just like, good stuff. I think it was just because I was like under the weather, and whenever I talk when I'm getting my blood pressure taken, that super affects my blood pressure, which is super random, but it always does. So I think that it was a combination of those two things. And that if I get to another appointment, it'll be back to fine. I didn't think I looked puffy, but she's like, you know, sometimes that just happens, like at the end of pregnancy, you just get like a little fuller in the face and like whatever. I don't know, but I'm starting to feel better, which is amazing. I'm so happy about that. And it is all good things. Happy due date. Woo! You did it. It's all I've been asking for from the beginning, so any day now. and 5 days today, and I had an appointment, my 40-week appointment, I had a really bad morning, so let's back up here. This morning was not great. I woke up and immediately the boys chose violence. Not immediately, but almost immediately. And it got progressively worse for the first hour and a half of the morning. And it was too early and I was done already. Gregory ended up coming home halfway through the day because I needed some dopamine. I don't know, I needed positivity. And that made the day so much easier, so much better, and just good in general. Then I had my appointment tonight at 5. I was running a little bit behind, but I got there right on time. And I went in and, we talked through stuff, and then she checked everything. My blood pressure went down from last week, so it was slightly elevated last week, and it was a little puffier. I think it was because I was sick, but it's fine. So it had gone back down, which was great. She said I was looking good. I do feel physically a lot better, especially than last week. And then after that, she checked the baby position. Baby was in the perfect position, which makes me so happy because literally an hour prior to me getting there, I could feel the baby rotating and it just hurt so much, and I was like, I'm so done, I'm so over this, I'm done. She was like, yeah, you're good, it's all good, we feel great. We listened to the heartbeat's great. And then she asked if I wanted an exam at all and if I wanted to be checked or anything. So I was like, yep, and I want to do the stretch and sweep because I'm getting done. That has helped my body in the past. So let's just do it. And last week when I went, I was 3 centimeters stretched to 4 pretty easily. She didn't do a stretch and sweep, but it was just really easy to do as she was trying to check my cervix. And about 40% effaced. But baby was high. So this week when she checked me, today was 80% effaced and easily 5 centimeters could stretch easily more. She said everything was soft and great. Baby was at 0 station, which basically means their head is engaged. But you wanna, when you birth, your +4 station, position of crowning and whatnot. Obviously there's still work to do, but I'm not in labor yet, so that's good. And I don't think I ever got to that point with either of the boys. I think I was -1 with Gabriel prior to labor, and Azariah was way up there. I think he was -2. So when I was in labor, so he was something else. So feeling really great about that. That made me feel good. And she's like, I'll do the stretch and sweep, but there's nothing to stretch at this point because it just melts away. And then she swept my membranes, which was great. Noted that the baby's head, the baby was just sitting a little bit back in my pelvis, if that makes any sense. And basically said if I start having contractions, then I can lean up with my spine straight against a wall and then hold up my stomach and tuck, kind of help the baby get into the align their body so they're good. And we're both very excited for whenever this baby decides to come, no matter when it is. We did schedule a 41-week appointment. I'll be 41 weeks and 4 days. And then we decided that we'll schedule and then we'll have the induction the next morning at 41 weeks and 5 days if it's necessary. And although, yes, I don't want to be pregnant for that long. I would love to have the baby tonight. That'd be great. It's also really helpful to just have a plan and to know that there's a plan, to know that it will eventually be over, to know that okay, by Tuesday we'll be induced. If we have to go that long, it'll be good. We'll have done everything that we can. That felt just very good. It was just very good to have that plan. It just gave me a very positive feeling. So then we did the cranial sacral therapy, where she checks everything out, makes sure your body's good, whatever. Basically gave me the green light to, if my chiropractor offers it, get acupressure tomorrow when I go to my chiropractor, if I want, which can sometimes help you start laboring. But she said everything was super loose and in place and aligned. There was just a little bit that we needed to loosen up, and made me feel so good, which is what I needed after a really rough morning and then a really painful baby rotation. It's all very good. Good stuff. That's the update. I have had contractions since the stretch and sweep, probably every 15 minutes. Not gonna hold my breath. It feels great and I feel good. So I'm very pleased.
Love, Genevieve.